Hello, I'm in a village called Sahuape in Amazonas state on the Rio Negro in Brazil. And the reason I'm here is to meet with the tribe called the Satyrimawe and to witness and participate in one of their rituals known as the bullet ant ritual. And the reason I want to do that is because I'm studying pain and discomfort and the different ways that different cultures manifest belief systems and practices around this part of the human experience. And whereas some try to systematically remove it, others, like this one, view pain as not only inevitable, but as they view the willing confrontation with extreme pain as a prerequisite to being an adult. So I've been here all morning. One of the elders is filming me, filming myself, and we've already collected the ants. They've already put the ants to sleep using a brew of cashew leaves, and they've already woven them into the gloves. They're not dead.
Taki.
Sleeping. Yeah, that's the queen.
The queen.
Wow.
You notice that it's there stinging that.
The stingers are inside, yeah. Ask them to make one with the stingers outside.
Ele falou pra dele a dele tu botar o ferrão pra fora.
And that'll make my dance better. And they've already painted me up. So, this is reportedly the worst pain that a human nervous system can perceive, which I'm not entirely sold on, to be honest. Maybe we could ask a woman in remote Afghanistan who's given birth 11 times without drugs to talk to us about pain, but nevertheless, there is a metric called the Schmidt Sting Index to measure stinging pain, and this is number 1, the bullet ant. So there we are. It's not my point to say which approach to pain is better, but in the short time I've been researching this, a universal truth seems to be that we have one mechanism to feel, and if you diminish or block your capacity to feel discomfort, you do the same for your capacity to feel joy and bliss and ecstasy. So I'm not a masochist. I'm not inflicting pain on myself for the sake of it. Pain is terrifying. I'm currently crapping myself. The point of doing this is to experience the ritual and to just appropriate a little piece of what this culture thinks it means to be an adult, or a man in this case. So originally I was going to do it at the same time as one of the boys here. He was only 9 years old and he's done the ritual 12 times. But then there was some concerns about him being filmed because he's a minor, so I'm now doing it with one of the older guys, so I've said sorry because of me, he now has to go through it again. The boys have to do it a full 20 times to be considered men and to be able to marry. The elders have told me that for them, they feel that going through this extreme pain purges weakness from the body and purges laziness, which is why men are considered desirable if they've been through this. They don't have to do it. There seemed to be some disagreement on that, but it's been revealed that they don't have to do it, but if you don't do it, you are considered a weak man or a lazy man in this tribe. Clearly I'm an idiot, but I'm not a complete fucking buffoon, and I've done my research in the neurotoxin that the bullet ant releases. There is no histamine reaction, so there's no swelling. There is no recorded fatalities. There appears to be no adverse reaction apart from the extreme pain. So I wasn't able to get onto the indigenous reservation where the Satyrimawe come from because of reasons of permits and time, and so I'm in Sahuape, which is a bit closer to the regional hub Manaus. So I'm essentially getting the tourist version of what this ritual is, if that exists. And it's important to acknowledge that I'm a stereotypical ignorant foreigner. I haven't invested time to learn the language or the lineage or the different traditions around this. I do study culture, but I haven't invested the time, so that means diddly squat. So we're just about ready to go. I just had a dancing lesson from the chief, and yeah, I'm scared shitless, so nothing left to do but get into it.
Quando for tu fala, seu.
Whenever you want to stop, you say Waku.
That hurts. Wahoo, amigos. Vamos, amiga. Pega. Pegou. Na mão, na frente e atrás, né?
Você foi gostoso também. Esse é um alcambô, pô, isso aí.
É.
Não arrancou nenhuma bundinha.
So, what are we, 1 hour? 1 hour after that's done. And I don't even know what to compare it to. I was trying to describe to you, Milton. Maybe it's a bit like boiling water on the hands, or like a very intense bee sting. But you reckon this is going to hurt for 12 hours? That sucks. Why didn't you tell me that before? Yeah, so now I'm just trying to hang on, just meditating on the pain, trying to move towards it rather than move away from it, and just breathe. And yeah, it's going to be a long day. So about 6 hours now after, and for the first kind of 2.5, your world basically collapses into this pain, and it's very difficult to think of anything else. And I was just trying to get to the next breath, just breathe, and just think about the next breath, and just keep breathing. It's still very uncomfortable. The hands are still pretty gnarly, and they're stained with the fruit that they coated them with. But the pain seems to have taken up residence in the connective tissue and the tendons, and it's really kind of on fire. It's very difficult to use my hands. So yeah, I don't really know how to compare it to other painful experiences. I mean, to be totally honest, it actually isn't the most unpleasant thing I've been through, and that's Bwiti initiation, and Iboga still has that title, and I hope that never gets beaten. So that's one time, and I'd have to do it 19 more times to be able to date in the Satiri Mawe. So dating Satiri Mawe can get fucked because I'm never doing that again. So thank you, Satiri Mawe. Bullet Ant Ritual done.